Next, we will move on to ogive or cumulative frequency curve. This curve is constructed by plotting cumulative frequency data in the graph paper in the form of a smooth graph curve. This can be done by using two-way less than method and more than method. So what we supposed to do is we will make a cumulative frequency table. Okay, for this page number 125, question number 4. Firstly, to make a less than and more than ogive curve, we need to make a table, cumulative frequency table. So here we can use two methods, less than type method and more than type method, as I says there. So here we will go first to less than type. So in less than type, we take up the upper limit of the class interval, which is given in the question. So here there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, and 40. These are the upper limit, specifying that less than 5, less than 10, and less than 15, less than 20, less than 25, less than 30, less than 35, and less than 40. And number of student. Number of student, the frequency is 7. The first frequency we take as it is. And then the second frequency is 10. So this 7 plus 10, the second frequency, when we add it, we got 17. And again, this 17, it will go to the and third cumulative frequency, 70 plus, and the third frequency is 20. So we adding up down and got the total of the frequency is 104. So this represent less than type. And more than type, we take the lower limit of the class interval. So all these are 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And this was the end of the class interval. So we got extra of it to get 0. So here, so how do we do is, we take the total number of students. This represents cumulative frequency. The total of the frequency, we write it down, 104. So from 104, for the second cumulative frequency, we minus the first frequency, which is given in the question. So we got 97. So 97 minus the second frequency in the question, we minus it, we got 87. So 87, again the third frequency, we minus it, we got 67. And 67, we minus the fourth frequency, we got 54. And 54 minus the fifth frequency in the question, from the question, we minus it, we got 42. And 42 minus the next frequency is 90, so we got 23. So 23 minus 14, we got 9. So from 9, the last frequency is 9, and we got 0. So this is how we make a cumulative frequency table. And the next is, now we are going to make a less than ogive curve. Okay, so to make a curve with the help of O axis and OY axis, here on the O axis, okay, these are the mark of less than type. Okay, less than 5, less than 10, less than 15, we plotted here on the O axis. And OY axis are number of students, which is the cumulative frequency of the first method. So here these are the frequency. Okay, the smallest is 7 and the highest is 104. So when we add up the frequency, the total of this, we are getting this. So here, based on this number, we are scaling it of OY axis. So here I'm taking 0 to 20, 20 to 40. So that means each unit 20 number folds. Okay, here also 20 number folds, here also 20 number folds. So less than 5, the number of student is 7. So here, looking on the OY axis, okay, so here the line which coming from the OY axis, which will go down to O axis, and we got the midpoint, so we cross it. And similar to that, uh, less than 10, the number of student is 70. So here 70 will be falling somewhere here, so we draw a line and then attaching to the O axis, so this will be the midpoint. And so like that, the same way we plot this also, and it's go on. So all the midpoint, when we join it, we got a curve which is less than ogive curve. And secondly, to draw more than ogive curve, we uh, we are doing on the with the help of O axis and OY axis. So all these are more than all this we are plotting is a mark. Okay, mark which is an OY axis is the number of students. So here the highest frequency is 104 and the lowest is 0. So similar to that, when it is, okay, here in the table we are getting that more than 0, more than 5, more than 10, more than 15. These are the we are taking from the cumulative tables of mark, and OY axis are the cumulative uh, cumulative number of students. So looking at the lowest and the highest, we are plotting here the same unit, we are taking it. In each unit, 20 number fall in this. So here we are getting less than 0, the number of student is 104. So we are plotting on the OY axis line because this number 4 here. And more than 5, the number of student is 97. So 97 will be falling somewhere here, okay, and moving down to the more than 5. So the midpoint we take it. And here more than 10, the number of student is 87. So 80, 87 will be somewhere here, we draw a line. Okay, and so the midpoint. And then more than 15 is 67. So 67 will be somewhere here. So we got this midpoint. So we cross it. Likewise, we take the midpoint of each number of student based on more than. So from here we draw a line. So more than ogive curve will move from top to down, left and right. And less than ogive will be moving from down to up, left and right. So these are the less than ogive curve, and this curve is more than ogive curve. So instead of this, you can draw in one at a time. So here this diagram represents the same thing. So I'm putting in these two diagram in one. So O axis and OY axis. So this is how so the line which moved from down to upward is less than ogive curve, and the line which moved from top to down, which reached to o-axis, is the Morden-Ogive curve. So this is less than Ogive curve, and this curve is Morden-Ogive curve. Mizo chungin han soile lokila kami type of frequency distribution na pakat kami te zinga pakat Ogive or cumulative frequency frequency base khan kanti don tani hemi Ogive curve titur chuan table kan siam photangai ta cumulative frequency table kan siam don tani less than type method le more than type method khan chuan page number za somni pangai in chuan question number 4 in chuan marks apea frequency ape boktani chuan table in siama khan less than type le more than type khan in chang shanga chuan less than type a chuan enge kan lak ti chuan upper limit kha kan langa mo upper limit tu na entirnan class interval kha 0 to 5 aloni khan upper limit to 5 khami class interval a top ber number zela kha chuwang chuan less than 5 kan tia less than 10 less than 15 less than 20 less than 25 less than 30 less than 35 less than 40 khatiang khana local tani mase hemia khan kami a question of frequency khani lovin cumulative frequency zo ka kha kan la don tani hemi less than type of cumulative frequency lagdan so frequency masaber kha 7 alonita 7 kan la ani na ang khan chuan adole frequency chu amasa mi nen khan kan bel to frequency pani na kha kan bel don tani hei amasa frequency khan ya hei second frequency 10 khanita kan han bel ta 17 alo chuak ta hemi a total hi hnuaya chuk lenga chuan apathum na frequency nen khan kan bel kop lenga 37 chutiang zel chuan kan kal chuk don ta atopa frequency total kha hei 104 hi lo chuak ta kha less than type a ati dan bi kani chu more than type a ve thung chuan class interval a lower limit zo kha kan lata ni 0 to 5 ani chuan question a 0 amasa ber class interval a amasa zela kha kan lata a chuan more than 0 more than 5 more than 10 more than 15 more than 20 more than 25 more than 30 le more than 35 a last class interval ato bera ma kha 35 to 40 nita kan lakop ta ni more than 35 more than 40 kan lakop ta achan chu 40 hi a next class interval a khan 40 to 45 a local tur ani wang khan hei extra kan lata kan lak na chan chu 0 kan hmu du wang khan mo chuan number of student hei po hi cumulative frequency tho ani ta ni cumulative frequency tho ani ta hemia kan ti dan chu kan pai chuk ve thung don ani chuan hei 104 hi frequency total ani ta ni summation f kan zo tia kha 104 kan zita ziakta 104 minus 7 to 97 chuan hemi 7 kha chu frequency masaber kha ni ta ni a total atang khan frequency masaber kha kan paita 97 kan lo mu chuak ta hemi 97 atang hian second frequency 10 kha kan pailea 87 chuan 87 atang khan third frequency kan paile 67 chuan hemi total hit anwaya chukle tanga chutatang chuan fourth frequency kha 13 kha kan pailenga 54 kan lo mata hemi 54 total hi atop achuk lenga dot le che khan chuan fifth frequency 12 nen khan kan paita 42 kan mu chuak ta 42 atang khan 6 frequency question ami frequency 19 kan pai le 23 chuan hemi total hi chuk le ta frequency an hnung ber do tu kha 14 lo ni ta chu kan pai le 9 a chuak ta chuan 9 hi kan la chuk le ta 9 frequency to per kha chu question ami kha chu 9 lo ni ta 0 mo hei hi more than type a cumulative frequency table siam dan chu lo ni ta ni chuan hemi zo hian hemi cumulative frequency curve amo ogive curve aka kan siam don ta ni china ka soi ang khan chuan kan siam dan tur chu entirnan i o axis le oy axis helai kan la ka hi hemi kan la ka hi khami method wana mark ho khani hemi entirnan 0 tangina in chanta kan enter chu less than 5 less than 10 less than 15 less than 20 less than 25 less than 30 less than 35 less than 40 mo kha less than type mi mark ho khani tani chuan oy axis a ve thung chuan hey frequency kan bel chuk zela kha anita a hei a total lo ni ta chuan hemi oy axis a chuan hemi base hian scaling kha kan siam ta ni I kan curve kha lian lutuk lo te lutuk lowa alan theina tora ta khan ate ber chu number te ber chu 7 ani ta number lian ber chu 104 ani wangin 0 tanga 20 20 to 40 in kan siam rem ta a chuan hemi unit tina hian number som ni zel atlata vek ta ni chuan chumi zo chuan hemi hi i hemi oy axis atanga line lo pay mo line lo pay a o axis zukal chuk a khami a intersection point a khan x kan suta tuna entina less than type a khan less than 5 a khan a number of students to 7 lo ni ta chuan 7 ani chuan hemin kar hi 10 alai tak hi 10 lo ni ta 7 chu tiang lai vela hian ngai to in lo la ta angila 10 fia lo devin kan rin pheyanga chuan 5 a hian a zuk chuk ta nga hemi lai tak hi intersection point a kan cross ta chutiang bokin less than 10 a po hian a number of students to 17 lo ni ta 17 chu hei 10 ania 17 chu hetiang vel ang tura hian ngai ta ila chang kan rin phei ta 10 a kan rin chuk ta kan intersection point lai taka kan cross a chutiang zelin adang po khan ita vek ta ni hemi en chung khan number of student en khan ti khan kan plot ta a point ina khan number of student amount zat kha kan ziak ta hemi a point hi kan curve ta scale pencil mangin kan rin chhota ti hian kan rin chhota hemi kha less than ogive curve alo ni ta ni chutiang bokin more than ogive curve hi o axis le hemi o axis le oy axis hi khami cumulative table more than type mi kha kan mangta more than 0 more than 5 more than 10 more than 15 more than 20 ti khana chhota oy axis a po chu ti tho atlem ber kha 0 nia alian ber kha 104 ani wang khan unit tin hemi unit tina hian 20 zel atlata a chuan khami cumulative table khain en chuan less than 0 ani khan number of students 204 so less than 0 hey 0 ani ta ten kan ngai to ka hey helai vel hi 104 ani ta ta hian kan cross ta chuan ador le chu more than 0 more than 5 ani khan number of students to 97 ani ta 97 to 100 nuai ani ta chuan fellow devin line kan rin ta ten kan rin chuk ta hela intersection point tak kha chuan more than 10 alo ni le khan number of student to 87 more 80 more chuan helai 85 87 chatiang lai vel ang khan ni ta chuan kan rin chuk ta intersection point chuan chutiang zel chuan tikhan a point tinami in anin hmu na oy axis le o axis ina anin hmu na khan kan exel ta tikhan pencil le scale mangin kan rin ta chuan he ta oy axis kha azuk inzuk in ngata hemi curve hi more than o gai 5 alo ni ta ni chuan kan hriat tur chu less than o gai curve chu a hnuai atangin tikhan chho zawng in a curve kha kalta chu less than type of curve anita more than o gai curve ero kha chu achung atangin chuk zawng in a kala mo le achangin ding lama te a on theta chain ve lama on theta curve siam ta khami curve kha more than o gai curve alo ni ta ni chuan hemi pani hi a hranga tilawin mun khata o axis le oy axis a in ngatin tikhan mun khata a siam theita ni he hi nichina kan ti hnu tho ang khanita heta o axis a kan man hi chu cumulative table mark ho khanita o y axis po number of student mo chuan ama saberin less than o gai curve kha anwai ateng kan han siam phota hemi kan siam zo curve kan han siam zowa a intersection point kan han rin zowa chuta more than o gai curve kha pakhata mun khata tian kan han tia tikhan hemi achunga tanga lo chuk kha hi more than o gai curve ania anwai atanga chho hi less than o gai curve alo ni ta ni he hi o gai curve less than more than ti dan chu ni assignment ka peng chunga in shetiam meang